My name is Jim Lloyd, and I'm a retired water resources technologist. I have worked in the wastewater plant operations for many years in Ontario and at 2 plants in the Victoria area. Over the years, I've seen, reviewed, and worked with many examples of the good, the bad, and the ugly of wastewater plant designs. And I'm sad to say the bad and the ugly seem to be becoming more common these days. Based on my first-hand experience with wastewater plants, I know the design, bid, build is the best available option. It will give the CRD complete control over the project, which is vital to the successful conclusion. With a complete and detailed design in hand, the CRD can then tender the project and get firm prices and delivery dates from the largest number of bidders possible. This approach will give the CRD the best chance to eliminate the possibilities of later cost overruns and or delays in the project. It is a real P3, private design, private building, and public operation. One key component that must be included in any contract is that the designer is held financially accountable for any additional costs due to design problems. This is vitally important since even small design issues can turn into multi-million-dollar problems. The new Halifax wastewater treatment plant was initially a design, build, operate P3 project with the French multinational Sewage leading the consortium. After Sewage tried to change the terms of the operating contract, the city took back the operational component but retained the same consortium to design and build the project. After just 1 year of operation, the $54 million Halifax wastewater treatment plant had a catastrophic failure in January of 2009 and will be out of commission until the spring of this year. And repair costs are estimated at $11 million. It is a textbook example of what can go wrong, will go wrong, and why you have to properly design for it. The design-build option is more prone to this type of outcome. With the design build or P3, the price is set before the design is even started, and therefore the project will be designed to fit the budget. To maximize profits and stay within budget, cutting corners will sure to follow. So on one hand, you may have price certainty, but on the other hand, you will have product uncertainty, as Halifax found out. A design build approach may work with simple projects like highways or condo developments, but is not the best choice for wastewater plants. The P3 option also greatly reduces the number of bidders on the project. You could be down to 1 or 2 bidders at the end of a long, drawn-out process. The Hamilton, Ontario tried the privatization of operation and maintenance of their wastewater plant in the 1990s, and over the term of the original contract, there were many problems, and the private company went through many changes in ownership, including being owned by Enron. The private operator had basically operated the plant on the run-to-failure maintenance principle. In 2004, the contract was expiring and Hamilton put it out for public tender. Along with a number of private companies, the City of Hamilton also put in their own bid to operate and maintain the plant. And to no one's surprise, Hamilton found it was much cheaper to do that in-house. They took back the operation, hired back staff, saved money, and controlled the risks. I would also like to comment on the documents that CRD will be using to make this very difficult decision. The procurement business plan and public information brochures with their comparison of the different procurement options were drafted by Ernst & Young. I consider this a real conflict of interest since Ernst & Young is very biased towards the P3 option and will gain financially if the P3 option is chosen. Their own website states Ernst & Young is working on more P3 deals than any other financial advisory firm in the world, and last year won more P3 engagements. In closing, traditional design, bid, build, procurement method is the best approach. Keep control of the operation. Don't rush the design. Take your time and get it right the first time. Learn from history, don't repeat it. And finally, the provincial government may have forced the CRD to consider privatization P3s as an option, but the CRD is under no obligation to go that route. Thank you.